Welcome to Freestyle TV, everyone. I'm Bege, and here with me is Daniel.
Hey
Daniel,
man,
how are you?
good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad to be back. Another episode of Freestyle TV. I'm doing fantastic, but I've heard some rumors that you might not feel so good. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, man, after struggling so long, I finally got COVID. Like,
Oh,
I,
congratulations.
I, I can't believe it. Like, I encountered this disease so many times, like countless times. I've like
Uh,
exposed, never got it, and now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I have it.
man, you're still one behind because I had it twice. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
but you're recovering. On a more serious note, you're recovering, yeah, right? I hope.
yeah. I mean, it hasn't been bad in at any stage. It's just like kind of for me regular flu, but I got my vaccines all right and everything, so
Yeah,
uh,
cool.
no worries about that. Uh, anyways, I must say that today we have probably the record-breaking number of people 2 minutes into the show. So respect for you who's watching Freestyle TV today.
It must be all the French people because they're like, oh, there's a French person on the show.
Yeah. So, a French community. What a like. I would love
I
to
love it. I
know.
love it. You remember like 3 years ago at Super Bowl when there was like 60 French guys and everybody. I remember when Lubin went to the stage. Do I say that right? Well, we can ask later. Well, some people say Lubin. But anyway,
Yeah,
when he got to the stage, all the French guys were like, "Oh, that was so good, man. I still
yeah,
remember that."
yeah. I mean, they were definitely creating vibe. Uh, Before we dive deeper into the French icon of freestyle, let's have a little look of what has happened in freestyle since we last time were broadcasting freestyle TV. So the first thing would be the female sit-down competition. It has came to the final now,
Yes.
and as we can see, it's Olga against Yulin Liu in the final.
Yes, and that's a very interesting final. I think remember for about a month ago we had Jasmine on the show, and she was like, "Can you turn down the music a little bit?" Sorry.
Yeah,
So for about a month ago we had Jasmine on the show, and she was explaining about this new sit-down competition that she organized on We Are Female Freestylers, and yeah, now we're at the final. And I don't know if you remember last year or the year before, we had some controversy with Olga being knocked out from Red Bull Street Style, and all the Belarusians were like upset, and there was complaints, and so I'm
yeah,
happy that she didn't give up. She kept fighting, so she's in the final now against Yulin. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun final. Belarus against China. Bring it on, I would say.
yeah. Definitely. I really look forward to see the video collection of the final, and also the bronze match looks rather interesting. I know MS Tot has been
Oh
competing
yes,
also for really hard, like being in Super Bowl and Red Bull Street Style. So you know anything can
it's
happen,
nice.
but I
It's
look
nice, man.
forward.
Like she's one
Yeah,
of those ladies that always trains hard and is always there, a little bit on the background. She doesn't have a big mouth, but she's there and working hard. So it's really important for the community.
definitely. Then, of course, also the Red Bull Street Style is, you know, at full speed going ahead. Uh, we have something like almost 20 qualifiers going on at the moment, and now the qualification stage of the national qualifiers is over, and we're going into the battles. Uh, Japan is one of the countries in April, so
Definitely. Yeah, Japan is
yeah,
really the one to look an eye for. Like some countries have a top eight, some countries have a top 16, and Japan, of course, has a top 16 because they got like, I don't know, 500 freestylers. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, and no matter what happens, the winner of the Japanese qualifier is going to do great, probably at the
Yeah.
World Final. So that's definitely one to look out for. But there's another legend participating in April. Another big legend, a big boss.
Right, right.
Did you see it?
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Ladies and
So,
gentlemen, Lucasso is competing in the Czech qualifier.
yeah.
Yes,
So,
he might win. He might win.
is it possible to follow the competitions live on some web page, or is it only
Yeah, you
for?
can. No, no, no. You can watch it if you go to the WFFA website /Rebel Street Style. You can just watch the bracket, and then you click on the bracket, and you can see all the battles.
Okay.
So you can see them all.
So everyone go support Lucas. Like, there's a, okay, I'm not saying a good chance, but there's a chance that we'll have Lucas going to the regional qualifiers
Why
from
not?
Czech
And
Republic.
we got Miran Piernary as well for Croatia.
Yeah.
So he's also
Yeah.
representing the old school people. Nice, nice.
I,
And the
I,
memes, of course.
yeah, I remember last year I was like, when we were talking about the Red Bull Street Style 2022, I was like saying, ah, if everything goes to shit, we can have like the Legends World Final. So Lucas
Yes.
and Steve and you and everyone competing.
Yeah.
But
And then someone said we can have a 40+ competition. Now Lucasso said, but I'm only 33. Sorry, no offense. He just lost his hair a little bit early, but
yeah,
he's still
but it's
young,
happening
man,
to
so.
me too, man. It's like,
Yeah,
I was just
same.
thinking, yeah, well, I don't know, but look at this, like it's
Shit happens,
going.
man. Shit happens.
Yeah. Well, I think now we have covered the freestyle actions from the last 2 weeks. So the guest that we're going to have is so interesting. We already had we already talked just like 5 minutes with him, and
Yes.
I'm already like so desired to
I'm
keep on
pumped,
talking.
yes.
So we're going to introduce the guest, and it's of course the most successful routine world champion of all time, Gautier from France.
Cheers!
Merci, Gautier. Keep going with the winning streak. Monsieur Gautier, switch crew. With an evolution. So next year, everyone will provide also the video. And he's going to provide, I don't know, like the Aerosmith live. Make some noise! Chronic!
All right. Welcome to the show, Gautier. Welcome.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for the invitation and congratulations for setting up this show. Super nice. I really love the idea and I'm very happy to be part of this today. Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah. So my first question is, when you see a show like that, do you enjoy it, or do you think, oh, I could have done this better or this? Or how do you look at such a performance?
Oh, of course, for me, it's 6 years ago, this show. So, for example, I always, and also I think as a freestyler, it depends everyone, but when I watch a video of me, I'm getting used to analyze everything and the tricks, the posture, the position of the body, the execution, etc. And I don't see the show as a show. I see like every details and every part I would like to change, but no, it's done, and there is no way to change. That's the problem when it's a competition, when it's live. You do the thing, and you have to accept that the one time is going to be the only one.
Yeah. So when I was watching that show, it led me to a good place in my mind, and I started thinking that, and I'm completely a victim of this thinking myself. So when we think about Super Bowls, we're always thinking, oh, what a great battles we saw, oh, great this and that. But often we forget about the routines. But when I see this, then I immediately remember, like, watching the routines. I'm like, wow, this routine is so good. Wow, this routine is so good. And then I started to realize, but actually, Gautier didn't even perform yet. And when you came in, it was like clearing the table. Like everything that I had seen was like, it was good, but meant nothing after that.
Thank you very much, bro. This is super nice. That's the best memories I got from this, because some people could watch the video, but I remember in live the atmosphere and everything was so intense during this show. And that was one of the best memory for sure for me in freestyle and in general. That feeling from this show, especially, maybe it get a bit old from the tricks, the transition, etc. But as you say, I think personally, I will always remember the moment, and in my opinion, sometimes it's the most important. People sharing the same passion together, enjoying some moments. It could be a battle, a routine, or after party, for example.
Yeah. Well, nobody remembers those at Super Bowl. But I have a question. I don't know if you have this. I don't remember, but I remember we one time had a conversation. I don't know exactly what year it was, and I also don't remember if that was a year you won or not, but it doesn't matter. And it was not until you explained me afterwards some details of the show that I actually realized how genius it was. Because I remember there was one year when your show was kind of ahead of its time, so the people didn't actually understand the thing. Do you remember which year it was? I don't know which year it was.
I don't know, but don't think it was ahead of its time. I think it's more that it wasn't adapted to freestyle in general, and I think that was my mistake, because I have some regret about some show. I think a freestyle show should be something that you catch directly. It's not it's not a painting, it's not a movie, it's not. So sometimes I think I went too much deep into this.
I think that's exactly what I mean. I think.
Yes. And that's also advice for some routine I saw sometime in Super Bowl. I think a freestyle show should, also a 3-minute show, should be very easy, clear concept, like you can directly catch and make people understand. Like, for example, I think that's why this show was good, the one we just saw. The concept is very easy. It's music, playing with the musician, and there is a story that you can catch easily. And sometimes I went too deep in stories, and so I don't think it was ahead of.
I think you have a better explaining it. And I think, for example, Norman, with the two ball guy, I think he had the same problem at Super Bowl last time. People didn't understand his show.
Yeah, Norman came from the circus, a very arty circus style. It's nice that this can exist. I don't critique this, but I think it doesn't fit the culture of freestyle football sometimes to do too much artistic show. It can happen in the cultural world, but for competition, maybe sometimes it's not adapt. It's just my personal point of view. I'm not saying that it's not.
But also sometimes you have to be the first to open the minds of the people. But I'm not sure if the competition is the right place for that.
So you've seen a lot of shows and a lot of routines. Who do you think during your career were like the toughest opponents for you, if we think about Super Bowl and the routine competition?
Without a doubt, was Mikrit, because he was playing with the music, he was making his own music, but also I think musicality sometimes is not just about following the beat, etc. Is doing the right tricks that really fit the music or the noise, or etc. And he just made a video, almost a year now, a few months ago. It was incredible, and for me, Mikrit was always the one that make technique and artistic, and also what I just explained, like a concept of shows that is really understandable. For me, he was the best one. Maybe not the most expressive as an artist, but as a freestyler making a routine, for me, it was definitely the best. And if, as a spectator, if you never watch his routine, have a look, because it's incredible.
And also, I remember those days where Vas tried to win every year, and then he was like second, third place. And I could see in his eyes, like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't win again. And, you can kind of felt the tension in the air. It was really cool.
It was a rivalry about the competition, but a bit rivalry in life. So that made it a bit more spicy and fun.
But it's nice, because I sometimes miss a little bit of beef sometimes, because we're not going to go into details, but in the past, France, Italy, there was always things happening, and I kind of miss those days, because I don't really see this anymore. And I'm like, come on, man, we need a little bit of
as we said when we
arguments.
Exactly, as we said when we started the show, a sport needs culture, a sports need storytelling, and sports need drama in a way. That's why we watch every year Barcelona versus Real Madrid. That's why there is the most watched game was the big rivalry. And I think it's important also to build this storytelling, not creating drama, of course, but
Yes, yes.
I think that's something we can improve in freestyle. Also, have a look. I learned this also from a great friend, Andrew,
Yes.
because he was very interesting into combat sports, martial
Yes.
arts, MMA, etc. And he showed me how the build up the competition, etc. And I think that's something that made things interesting in the past, and we should try to think about something like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember very well at the F3 World Tour in Australia, and it was like a press conference, and it was like Andrew was there and Charlie was there and some guys, and you know, Andrew was trying to be really tough. You know, he was getting into character. And Charlie did not get it at all. He was like, "No, Andrew's a great friend. I don't care who wins, and may the best win." And Andrew wanted to trash talk him. It was really funny.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time, like we say.
Well, Andrew definitely, he knows a lot, and it's great to see his like career. But actually, it's funny that you brought up Andrew, because at some point you and Andrew were performing together, and I remember I was thinking like, people need to realize that this is like the same thing as Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi playing in the same team. So
kind of.
How did that happen? Like, how did you two get together and start making shows?
That's a long story. We met for the first time the day of my birthday, because we were making a European freestyle crew for a project for 3 weeks of show. And we spent this 3 weeks of show in Middle East together. We became very good friends. I do a fast story. It was in 2010, and then we decided to train together for the first F3 World Tour competition that was in Malaysia. So we became very good friends, trained together, and what made the story even crazier was that we met in the final of the competition. So as a great friend, meeting in the final, that was something very magic, like a huge storytelling that bring people together for life as friends. So even if it's been a while we didn't Skype, I'm sure if I'm not talking with him for 5 years, when we meet, we are like brother again. So,
but that's what I love about the freestyle community in general. You can see each other like what, like we haven't talked in like 2-3 years, but we can still just, hey man, how's it going? It's nice,
And we shared so many experiences, so many fun parties, and that was some key moments of our life. So it's something that we will remember.
Because the funny thing is, you're talking about this exact moment, you against Andrew, but I was the one raising the hand. I was standing in the middle of you guys, and I can really feel this moment. It was like. It was so cool.
And I was watching the live stream.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, but no, you are in every competition, organizing or doing things. So
yes, we're still around, man. We're still around. That's nice.
Sorry, the dog is.
Oh, nice, man. What kind of dog you have?
Can show you.
Show the dog. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, so cute.
It's exactly like Minna's dog.
Yeah, Minna has a dog like this, yes.
Yeah. Pomeranian.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's go into like the first days of your freestyle. How did you start freestyling?
Yeah, I watch videos on YouTube. First, I get into it thanks to Nike Football, Ronaldinho, etc. But I was thinking that back in the days, freestyle football or football skills was more for professional footballers. Like when you watch an advertising of Ronaldinho, you don't feel like you can do this because it's Ronaldinho, it's Pelé or Maradona. So you think, oh, I'm not a football god, so I can't do this. But when I saw video from Tuzani, Japanese freestyler, his name Tatsulo, for example, a lot of old school freestyler, I realized it was guys like you and me just going in the street and doing skills that are
Yes.
even better than Ronaldinho, Maradona, etc. So I was thinking, okay, if these guys can do it, I can go train and have the same tricks. I had a very, very big passion for freestyle, and I wanted to share this passion. So I created a website, and I was learning freestyle just to make tutorials for my website
Oh.
about freestyle.
Okay.
I didn't plan to be a professional or whatever. I just wanted to share the passion for freestyle.
Which year are we talking about?
2006.
Oh yes, yes.
2006. I was 15. Yeah. And I made this website, and thanks to the website, I was getting connection with a lot of freestyler in France, of course. And wow, that thing was game changing, and that changed my life forever. To be part of a big community, and you feel that you are doing something, that people are looking at you for what you love. That give me so many positive energy that I just spend 3-4 hours every day after school for training, etc. And that's how it started. Yeah.
So
Nice,
you started freestyling in somewhere around 2006, is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
2005, 2006. Yeah.
And sorry, Peggy, but what interests me, when did you went from kind of creating your own style? Because in the beginning, you learn basics, right? You learn around the world.
Yeah.
And in France, you had maybe Andrea, some of the combo guys,
Yeah.
you know, like, so when did you went from like taking those tricks to kind of creating your own style and tricks?
Almost from the beginning, but the key point was knee injury. So I couldn't do lower anymore. I was doing a lot of lower in the beginning, and then I couldn't do, you know, the little jump when you do alternative Michi.
Oh yes.
This special jump was hurting my knee, so I had to think and develop a lot of tricks that I could train even if I was injured.
I've heard this before from other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very common. Or some people could become very good at sit down because they have knee injury and they start sit down and they get very good. So that's how I started. But also I was in this urban culture of freestyle in France, meeting Andreas, like you say, Sean or Was. When I met them, they bring also this on France in general, at these vibes with the French touch, Mathieu, etc.
French touch. I forgot about that. Mathieu Leclerc, yeah.
And France was always a part where it was important to create tricks.
Yes,
so it came to me this way.
Nice.
Well, so on the background is playing the Gautivity 2, and this is the video that that I saw from you first time. So I got familiar with you with this very video. So I was like sending this to my friends, like, hey, look, I found a new freestyler. This guy's so good. And watching this video when you do the trick that you used probably throughout your whole career with the with the knee, you watching that trick and you talking about knee injury, kind of.
Yeah, true. But this trick used I don't know the word in English, but it doesn't use so much the knee. It used the base of the leg.
Thigh.
Yeah, not so much the knee.
Okay, maybe that's why I didn't learn it when I tried it, because I was always kicking with the knee.
Yeah, you need a special
but anyways,
to have this one.
It's so good to see all this, man. Oh, this is cool.
Yes,
this is like from the. Oh, that's nice.
Some tricks I see don't. Some tricks.
This is so good, Jay. The catching like that.
Yeah, some tricks getting old, but some tricks still could be used. I use a lot of them still on the show.
Yeah. So
like,
nice to see.
Yeah. Knee bounce instead of knee. What I'm saying. Heel bounce instead of heel juggle.
Yes.
We don't see this very often. So. Yeah.
No, to be, I think that was the first time ever I saw saw it though. Well, I mean, I did see the video, but I can't remember everything.
Of course. Yeah.
So,
but
what was your first competition?
2007 French Championship. 2007.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a disaster, of course.
It always is. Every first competition is a disaster.
Of course, man. Even in 2008, I was doing a competition. I was falling from the stage. If you are a beginner in freestyle, you need to accept that all the first, or maybe the first 5
Yes,
are gonna be disaster, are gonna be embarrassing. It's normal. Don't overact about it. It's okay. It happens for everyone.
this trick, the bounce, I can see from Japan inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tatsulo backhead trick.
The Tatsulo, yeah, and Joe also, as you said, Joe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo, of course. Yeah.
Joe, it's crazy. Joe still freestyles, all the time.
Of course, and he's still bringing some incredible tricks.
Yeah. He's also doing a lot of football tricks and stuff like that. Nice.
He was always into football style, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the pure control. So wait, how many parts of Gautivity did you do? Like 4 or something like that?
6, I think.
6. And I remember at some point you changed the style a bit. It was like an old factory or something.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, when is number 7 coming? And everyone was asking for it.
It will never come, I think.
Yeah, I know.
No.
But I think it's no, man. You have to keep the dream alive. No. But I mean, those kind of videos.
No, you never know. Maybe.
But the thing is that those videos where people save up clips for 3 months or a full summer to release one masterpiece, you don't see that very often anymore.
Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah, to save people time. Don't put clip every week. It's different, it's hard to say what's better or whatever. The new way has also a lot of positive things.
Of course. I mean, there's so much available right now. You can learn and improve so much.
That's true. For example,
the downside can be that it's harder to use your own brain because it's so full with information. So I think it's harder nowadays to develop a completely new style than it was in 10 years ago, I guess. I don't know what you think. But...
Of course, yeah. And the standard of technique are so high, so you need to spend a lot of time to reach the normal level of freestyle.
Yes,
and then you can bring some new skills. So, for example, for us, it was shorter to reach the normal level, let's say, the basics, and then you could bring your stuff faster.
True. I never even thought about it like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the normal levels very easier to reach when there's not so many tricks available.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I want to ask, because you've introduced so many original tricks, so many tricks that have Gautier written all over them. How do you when you freestyle? How do you think? How are you thinking? Now I'm just going to train the old tricks, or are you sometimes thinking, I need a new trick that suits some purpose, or how do you come up with the trick ideas?
When I come up with, sometimes when I watch other freestylers, when they do the flow of the movement, sometimes I feel, okay, he could have done this or this or this. This could be a way to get idea. Also, sometimes I start from a basic that not many people are using. So I'm thinking, okay, if I want to do something that looks unseen, I take a base that is not getting used so much, and I try to develop from this point. And sometimes it's completely random. When you think about freestyle every day, you eat freestyle, you watch a lot of video. Sometimes your brain come up randomly with an idea like this.
But also, do you use them for a certain purpose? So do you think, oh, this is a show trick, or this is a battle trick? Does it work like that? Or is it just a trick and then you see later on what happens with it?
I think it's just a trick and then you see how you will adapt it. And also the way I train to extend the answer, most of the time, the best idea I got is when I just follow the music and I don't try to think and just keep going.
Right.
So music is always important for you in every type of freestyle.
Yeah, for me, for freestyle, for me, it's very, very important, and it's very hard for me to freestyle without music, to get the energy, the motivation. Oh, without music or without audience. The audience has such a great effect to give the reason to freestyle for me.
Yes. Yeah, I mean the music I don't have so strong because I'm completely in a bubble when I freestyle. Like I'm too much in my own thoughts. But the audience, I have that as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I met it when I did street shows a lot. Busking.
Mm.
Like if there was no crowd, I was so unmotivated.
Of course.
But then when the people are watching, it's like okay, no, it's nice.
It brings the energy, and for me, it's very personal. Of course, I know some people freestyle to get better, to improve, but my reason to freestyle is to do it for the people, to make the crowd clap, to make the crowd have a great moment. So that's why I'm super happy when you say that you remember the show from Super Bowl, and even if it was a long time ago, you still have the feeling about it. That was always my purpose, my deep purpose to freestyle.
Yeah. I never forget
the show, man. The show with that suddenly Daniel Dennehy starts to talk. Man, I could feel the whole crowd was getting goosebumps, man. It was so good, man.
Super nice.
And even the earlier with the Mario sounds, and man, I remember everything.
No, but for me the best one was with the what's the song called? The Swedish guy.
Wasn't it that Mario-ish, like computer game-ish? Or
there was Mario. Mario was also, but
yeah, that was a show about video games with increasing the level every.
Oh, with the speed, yeah.
But this show, it was in the Slavia Stadium, and it was like the music was like playing so little by little. Like first was like
that was my first artistic show, let's say. From the Avicii song.
Yeah, Avicii.
Now I know.
And I found randomly, all the different parts of the song on internet. So I was like, okay, I put 3 balls. 1 ball is gonna be the drum, 1 ball is gonna be the lead, the piano, and the other one is gonna be another part of the melody. And when I bring all the ball together, it makes the music.
Yeah, I remember when it was so funny when the whole music, like the music really started and the show started. It was already like maybe minute and a half or 2 minutes into the show, but everyone went so nuts like at the stadium. Everyone was like, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Fun. Yeah. And as a Pune say, also a lot of great time with Clem was a lot of fun when we did double routine in Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Clem, right? He is one of the most underestimated freestylers ever.
Yeah, true.
A lot of, it's also his own fault because he didn't promote himself so well, and he's a bit at the background. That's all good, but I still come on, man, this guy he's so good. I can't believe it.
That's true. I still think, and we still think in the team that he is the freestyler we ever met with the biggest potential.
Yes,
but everyone has his own way of work, and he's happy with what he has.
Yeah, now he's doing poker, online poker, right?
Yeah, man, he's into so much business between poker, Bitcoin, and a real estate business, creating a spa, sauna.
Oh wow, really?
Too much things.
So we went out to Clem, but what's up with food style? Is it still active? Because I looked at the YouTube channel. There's not so much happening on the YouTube.
Super active. So last year, big news. It's not so much known in freestyle community, but there is one of the biggest circus festival in the world. The name is Circus of Tomorrow, Cirque de Demain in French. It's really it's where all the biggest circus company like Cirque du Soleil, etc., find the new talents from tomorrow,
Okay.
and they choose us as a team to join the festival. So that was such a big news, and we created a group performance for
So
this.
Which
Sorry,
freestylers?
I lost the connection. Sorry.
Which freestylers were in this show?
Yeah. It's Jordan, Norman, Bruno Sombrero, Clem, and Mathieu Piron. In the team, there is also me. I was a choreograph for the show. I was creating the routine, the choreography. We did everything together, but I was creating the structure, the music, etc. And also we have Lubin that is joining the team. You ask for the pronunciation. It's
Lubin.
Okay. You can say Lubin or whatever.
Yeah.
And we have such a great team, and I'm so glad to be around these talented people. And you talked about the most underrated freestyler. I want to say, in my opinion, it's Norman, because man, what he does with two ball is ahead of his time. This is really ahead of his time. It's incredible. He just put a video of a combo of 40 man.
I think it's incredible. It's like it's so hard for the brain to comprehend what he's actually doing. Like, to learn to juggle for a video 10, 20 times, sure, we can all learn that. But the level he does it at, like, he can do it live, and he can do it around the world inside the combo with two balls.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. And he spent a lot of time practicing this, and I think this is incredible, really.
And I'm really curious, because he's far from done. I'm so curious what will happen in 3 years' time. Like, you can do a full 3-minute show with two balls in the air. Like,
I know he start to learn to juggle with 3 balls, so I don't know if it's possible. And it's funny, because when I met Norman, he was starting to practice juggling with 2 balls, and we were talking about this. Like, we didn't know if it was possible. We didn't know if it was possible. But he was spending 3 hours, 4 hours every day, keep practicing it, even if he didn't know if it was possible. So that's incredible.
I mean, juggling, I knew was possible, but around the world, I didn't know that was possible.
No.
Have you seen Pavel Skora doing the 2 ball juggles?
That's cool. I'm so happy that he was joining it, and it fits. I think it fits his mindset, his mentality. He has a lot of discipline. He can come in training every time to repeat the same thing again and again.
This repetition suits him very well.
He's kind of repetition style freestyler. And I think these tricks, juggling with 2 balls, should get much more recognition, because it's incredibly technical, and it's incredibly beautiful to watch.
And also, I think it's usually like that. If you cannot do something, you rate it lower. You know what I mean? And in this case, nobody in the world can do it. So that means, in general, everyone is rating it lower than it actually is. Like, if you're a it's the classic thing that hardcore freestylers that can do 3 revolutions say you don't know what it is like to do 3 revolution tricks. So they rate creativity tricks, whatever that is, lower than their own style. And I think it's the same problem Norman has, because no one can do it. So everyone does that to him. Maybe. But we'll find out.
Great artist and great freestyler. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, there's many types of great freestylers. That's why I think it's so interesting.
Yeah. And so you asked about the team. So we do a lot of group performance. And about YouTube, we stopped a little bit because we all move in different parts, but everything is cool in the team. But just YouTube is getting a bit more difficult, especially when you create a YouTube channel with 6 people. It's hard to live from this. And in addition, you need to put a lot of time, a lot of hours. And also, one of the things was that I was moving also in Cirque du Soleil in 2019. So I couldn't be there also, and we all lost the motivation a bit. And I was living another dream after. I'm lucky that in my life, I was so happy to to live many dreams, like one big competition, have a big YouTube channel, and be on the stage with Cirque du Soleil is one of the crazy dreams that I could never imagine that could be possible. And now I'm doing this, and it's incredible. And
so Cirque du Soleil, did they went bankrupt, or what happened there?
oh, that's a long story.
Well, give us the short version. Does it still exist, or?
Yeah, of course. They went bankrupt, but the owner were a Chinese corporation, Chinese group of investor. And now a Canadian group of investors reinvest into Cirque du Soleil, so it's getting back again. And about the show I'm in with Catalina and Pedrinho, super nice.
Even now, you're still in it now?
No. This is my place right now. And
no, I know, but I mean, like,
but we never know. And at the moment, we have not so many dates to announce. We still don't know the next step of the tour, but the show is alive, and it's gonna be in Argentina in 2023.
Cool.
But for 2022, we still don't know.
Okay. Makes sense. So work in progress.
Right. So, well, you touched up on what is happening in 2022, but what is happening in 2022 with Gautier and Footstyle and so on? So now you're home.
We do a lot of things that are invisible from the community. We do a lot of show. We still be very active on stage, and we really work very hard on the group performance. It's still the same group performance we did in Super Bowl 1 year, 2 years ago, like group choreography, and we try to make it very perfect. And we are creating show, do a lot of shows together. Super nice, super fun. All the people in the team, we are lucky to be professional freestylers.
Amazing. So I'm so happy when I hear people that have been so long into the scene that they can still say, man, I'm still here. I still make some money of it. I can live my dream life. It's so happy.
Yeah, it's easy when you do this job for like 10 years. It's easy to forget how incredible and how lucky we are to be able to be professional freestyler. And we are fighting every show, every day to keep deserving to be a professional. So we know, and we don't want to become these people that get lazy and be bad on the show, etc. So that's why we work hard every time to put some quality on stage, and that's what we do. So that's why I'm saying it's not so much visible from the community, but we are very, very active. And also we will organize a competition in November with a brand new concept. We try to bring a new concept. The name is Footstyle Cup. Some people may remember we organized the edition of this competition.
Okay, can you turn down the sound? Let me copyright.
It's almost the 7th edition. Last time we had Shimo, I think, won the last edition. We had Iroke and a lot of great freestylers, Jesse, etc. There are a lot of guys. And this year we want to bring a new concept. Instead of 3 times 30 seconds, we want to try 6 times 15 seconds.
Oh, nice.
The theory behind it is that as a freestyle spectator, sometimes I'm not gonna say names or whatever, but sometimes I feel there is 10 seconds that are very strong and the rest is just to do something. That's my honest feeling sometimes about competition. So I was thinking maybe we should optimize the timing and make it shorter, so like that you can focus on a strong combination and nothing else. So it's gonna be like you start to juggle, and we start the timing only when you do the first tricks. So you can do juggle for 1 minute, get ready to bring some crazy shit tricks, and then you have 15 seconds. So it's 6 times 15 seconds. It's open competition like Super Bowl. So I really hope we're going to have a lot of freestylers joining us to try this new concept. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really think it can bring a very like electric atmosphere because it's going to be very intense during the whole battle.
Nice, man. And it's going to be in Paris, or where's it located?
Yeah, it's going to be in Paris, very close to Disneyland. So in case you want to visit Disneyland straight after or before, you're going to have this opportunity. But also it's nice because it's very close to Paris airport. So it's easy to join from Charles de Gaulle. We will share all the details very soon. But as you see, it's event with, we try to bring a good stage, good lighting, a big audience, and we have a decent budget to make everything cool, food for everyone, of course, water for everyone, and good conditions. So we really hope to create a good event. And we have many freestyle events, and I think it's very interesting to try new concept, to try new format, because I still think sometimes the freestyle football competitions are super nice. Yeah, Marco, I really hope we will see you. I'm
New
sure.
generation, the crazy
Marco
guy.
is always there. And this format, 15 seconds, for example, for Marco, it's super nice because this guy always brings some crazy tricks, and sometimes the rest of the set can be better. So I think it's super nice. And yeah, let's go, Marco. See you there. November on the 19th, I think.
Man, you know, when this tournament gets closer, the Footstyle Cup, let's talk about doing some kind of show, like from the Footstyle Cup. We do a show like this, and we get some people on the show, and we can do, you know, like the day before or something like that. You know, should be fun.
Super nice. Yeah, of course. If you want to join, man, you're gonna be welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds.
Talk about it after the show.
Let's organize a live of the podcast from the event.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
And make Lucaso and Miran competing also.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Man, I actually have, before we're not going to talk the whole night, but I've one more question. Like, sometimes you told me that you consider yourself more of a routine show freestyler, but you've also had great achievements in battles. Like,
yeah, true. Yeah.
Like, I remember you were in Tokyo, Rebel Street Style World Final, as you said, in the final against Andrew in Malaysia.
My biggest achievement when I will be a grandfather, I could say to my grandkids that I was lucky. People can say always the judges.
No, never.
But the biggest achievement was that I could beat Ireland one day in my life in a battle.
You did? You beat Ireland?
Yes, that's something that not many freestylers could say. And that's my biggest achievement as a battle freestyler.
Well, that's amazing, actually. Well, I beat Andrew, so. I beat Andrew, so.
That's a great one also. In South Africa.
Every time after 2 beers, I'll tell Andrew, and he gets so angry. I can see the fire coming out of his eyes when I tell him. He's such a winner. Like, he loves winning.
Of course, man. Of course, he couldn't achieve so many things if he's not such a winner mentality. And of course, in sports, maybe we don't have this culture sometimes in freestyle. But if you wanna be the best, you need to make sure you do all the stuff to be the best. You know? So I learned a lot from Andrew, also training with him and being confident about yourself in a good way, working hard, always find some time to training as much as you can, push yourself as much as you can. And that's why I'm very curious to see what he's gonna do in MMA. We all know this guy has such a strong mindset, so that
he can do anything he wants, man. Guy.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, wow. So Footstyle is going strong. Gautier is going strong. Footstyle Cup is coming in November.
Yeah.
What a pleasure it has been, Gautier, to have you on the show and hear about your thoughts about freestyle and your achievements in beating Ireland.
Yeah, this guy is incredible also. I really hope he could join the competition, him and Brinjar. I don't know if they have time, but especially also Brinjar is, it's hard to say my favorite, but one of my favorite.
Incredible.
I think Brinjar in 15-second battle, 15-second rounds.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna kill everyone. Yeah.
Jesse.
Now I can't help thinking about it. Like, I need to see this this competition.
We need to see. Maybe it's gonna be a mess. I don't know, but we need to try.
Who cares, man? It's fun. It's fun.
It sounds super interesting. But anyways, thank you so much, Gautier, for joining, and have a great 2022, and hope to see you soon.
Cool. See you in the 12th November in Paris.
Yes, man. See you there.
All right. Cool.
Cheers, guys.
Oh my God, what a legend, man.
Absolute legend. So we have a couple of minutes to talk about the next Freestyle TV episode, because it's going to be maybe the most special Freestyle TV episode to date.
Si, senor.
So to talk about the next Freestyle TV episode, we're going to invite one of the directors into the show, because the next Freestyle TV show is going to be completely en español. So let's welcome our head of judging, Julio, to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing? Everything fine?
Oh, good.
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien. Guys, thank you so much for the invite. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to hear a lot of Gautier history. This guy is amazing. And well, it's time to a new age for the Freestyle TV. We're starting everything in Spanish. En español.
Yes. En español, yes. So for the people that don't know yet, we've had, Peggy, is it 13, 14 episodes, something like that?
I honestly never counted how many episodes we've done.
Like that. But anyway, they were all in English. They were all in English. And we at the WFFA, we're like, it's time for a change. Because sometimes it feels a little bit like the Latinos are a bit left behind. Sometimes it's a little bit the they and we feeling. We don't want that. So we want to test a new concept, which is Freestyle TV completely in Spanish. Spanish hosts and Spanish guests. Which brings me
Spanish
to Julio.
speaking.
Yes, Spanish speaking. Yes, not Spanish. You're right. So, Julio, in 2 weeks' time, right? It's time.
2 weeks, April 28th, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, in 2 weeks.
You're right. So what's happening? Do you have any ideas what you're gonna do already, or who's gonna go in the show and what's
we have some surprise. We have 2 hosts, very nice guys. I will not say anything about them. But you will enjoy. The guys from Latin America will enjoy those guys because they are very knowing guys, and the community knows about both. Yeah, they are very nice guys. You know, it is a surprise for all the audience.
Yes, they should check out the WFFA social media. We will announce properly, like next week probably, something like that.
Yeah, but I want to take the chance here to speak in Spanish because everything will be in Spanish.
Let's go, man.
Okay. Perfect. Bueno, gente, vamos a estar listos para recibir al Freestyle TV. En Latinoamérica vamos a tener a 2 hosts especiales. No les voy a decir de qué país, pero son muy conocidos por toda la comunidad latinoamericana. Espero que lo disfruten. Vamos a tener diferentes secciones. Vamos a hacer esto un poquito más dinámico, un poquito más divertido. Vamos a hacer que toda la comunidad de Latinoamérica participe, sean parte de este hermoso programa, Freestyle TV. Así que estén atentos, vamos a tener sorpresas, no solamente vamos a estar hablando, también vamos a estar dándoles un poquito de motivación con algunos, tal vez, premios, no sabemos, ahí tenemos algunas sorpresas, así que estén atentos. Vamos a estar a 100% en esto, Cero de México y yo, en la parte de producción, pero los hosts es una sorpresa, así que espérenlo. Yeah, we are ready.
Nice, man. I heard something about motivation in the middle there.
Yeah.
Is it to motivate the people over there? Or?
That's the idea. That's the idea. We want to try to involve a little bit more the community. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have some surprises.
You know what I like? Like first we go in English, and it's like you're in second gear, and then when you go to Spanish, you go to fifth gear. You go.
Man, it's because I was working in a TV show, well, a web show in Spanish here in my country,
Yes.
and it's for me easy. But sometimes when we make the change to English, is a little bit because you need to translate or think in English, and then it's a little bit complicated. But yeah, in Spanish it's easy for me. Hablar rápido y ustedes tienen que entender, for example.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. So it's the 28th of April. It's like 7 o'clock in Europe. It's probably like 1 o'clock in Costa Rica, something like that, I guess.
Something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Go to
like
the
that.
WFFA social medias to check it out. But Julio, now you're here anyway. How's Red Bull Street Style going? We're on the way with the April qualifiers.
Oh man, it's amazing, the level, especially all the countries. The level is excellent, is great. Especially Japan. The guys from Venezuela are amazing.
Excited, right? They're excited.
Yeah. Those
First
guys
time.
are first time in Red Bull, and those guys are excited to be part of this, and that is something good for us. Yeah, I'm feel very happy for that, for those guys, and also the judges are professional guys. Those guys are doing excellent work. And I'm happy for that.
Are they on time this year?
Huh?
Are they on time this year?
Everything on time. Everything on time. At the moment.
Julio's making sure, as the head of judging.
Let's do the work.
All right. Amazing, guys. Yeah. This has been such a great Freestyle TV episode, and I can't really wait to be finally on the viewer side next in the 2 weeks to have the pleasure of watching Freestyle TV myself.
Yes.
So thank you, Julio, thank you, Daniel, and thank you all the viewers for tuning in, and see you in 2 weeks.
Yes,
see you in 2 weeks. Nos vemos en 2 semanas, chicos. Todo Latinoamérica, los esperamos. Freestyle TV en español latinoamericano.
Chao.
Chao.